calling my way. Make you say name. We like to the party, we like to the party, and I watch it now. You got every day.
Who be the man for the year? Socially for the day. Social transformation, almost celebrities, now you go bring every day. Who be the man of the year? We go give us the vibe. We go party all night, we go get everything, no more now you go day. My guy, what's up?
Hello there, my name is Unusual. I want to welcome you to another exciting episode of Live with Unusual. This episode promised to be fun, creative, innovative, and you know how we do it now. Just interview young guests on their struggles, process, progress, and their present achievements. First off, we are going into we learn by asking others. So let's know what we are learning today. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to Live with Unusual. I'm sure you're wondering why I'm here and it's not the face of Unusual you're seeing. But today's episode is quite special because we're going to have a switch. So today we're going to have an entrepreneur, the man behind the Unusual Media. He's an MC, he's a student, he's an upcoming event planner, and so much. Like, is there anything he doesn't do? So join me as I welcome Wisdom Gabriel Unusual for today's interview. So Wisdom, I mean, you're supposed to be on this seat, and there was a time I was on that seat. So, wow, welcome to Live with Unusual. How does it feel to be in the hot seat today?
Yeah, it really feels amazing. Like, it's cool, super cool. Having to sit here, having nobody to say, okay, do like this, the professional look, and just having this feeling of being the guest. Like, it's beautiful. Can this just continue?
Well, unfortunately, you are the mastermind behind Unusual TV, so it's your job for you to continue. And then we really want to see what Unusual Media will become like in the next few years. Like, it's going to be big, so you have to come back to this seat. I'm not going to take your job. Definitely, I'm not going to take your job.
Yeah.
So we have a few questions we just want to drop as we begin.
Yeah.
So you do all this. You're an entrepreneur because this is an entrepreneurship.
Yeah. I wouldn't really say entrepreneur. I first use the word I'm a mediapreneur.
Wow. I think we've learned a new word today, mediapreneur. I don't know that existed. Okay, so you're a mediapreneur.
Yeah.
You are an upcoming MC.
Yeah.
You're going into event planning, and you're a student.
Yeah.
How far is your GPA?
So far,
we don't know that.
It's been good.
It's been good, but how do you cope with all this?
I wouldn't really say I cope because today I'm being organized, tomorrow I'm disorganized.
No,
I wouldn't really say I cope, but everything is about intentionality.
Yeah.
And I would just say I try to. One of the things I'm learning, it's aside self-management, it's time management and priority.
Wow.
You get, at one point in time, there's a time for everything. So just trying to know at this time, which one can I basically go with the 80-20 rule.
What is the 80-20 rule actually?
Okay, the 80-20 rule is the Capel I've forgotten his name. Is it Capel the Prior rule or something like that states that
it's not Leonardo DiCaprio, do.
I honestly have forgotten.
Okay, let's.
I kind of forgot the name. So, but it's this rule that states that 80% of your results comes from 20% of your work.
Wow.
And then 20% of your work give you 80% of your results.
Wow.
So in the sense that at this point in time, every day we have different priorities. Okay, like if I can just give a quick example, there's something I do. I tell myself, no matter how, except for emergency and except for some exceptions, on days like Monday, on school days, you get 8 to 4 p.m. If you call me, there's a call I receive, I might basically not pick. There's some calls I don't take, numbers I don't take, stuff like that. I just put it that, okay, 8 to 4. Okay, for days like Monday, I have just one class, so sometimes I move. But let's say Tuesdays, that like the days I have much classes, I say from 8 a.m. to 2 or 4. I don't do anything aside education.
Wow.
So it's just me facing my book. Maybe okay, during some few hours during the break, I can just maybe go online, do some other
All
sports.
right. So sorry to cut you short, but we don't have time.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is supposed to be your job. I'm doing it for you right now.
Sorry.
So but we don't have time. So we just have to like jump into the next question.
Yeah.
So unusual media.
Yeah.
How did you birth the idea of unusual media?
Okay, unusual media wasn't like the initial idea. First of all, it came up in 2021. That was when the idea, the birth of the idea, December 23rd, 2021. That was when the idea came. The idea struck. I think God gave it to me. No, I will say that because I've always wanted to do something. I know, okay, I'm a person of a nationality. I want to do something with my life. Everybody's doing something. Not because I also want to do, but I wanted to do something that I would also benefit from. So why did I want to do it? Like, okay, I'm in the media space. You get so the idea just came. You can start up something, but unusual media wasn't the initial idea. I would say unusual TV was the idea, but
Okay.
I don't want my money to be going out.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Okay.
I can do this media stuff. So instead of jumping straight into
Into the
unusual
TV.
TV and stuff like that, let me do unusual media. So once I shoot, I do stuff on media, and then I put it out. It's carrying unusual media, and then I'm putting it in unusual TV. So
Wow.
there's like a flow.
Wow. Wow. That's actually a lot to process. All right,
Yeah.
so let's round this whole segment up.
Right.
So, what has been your major challenge working with unusual media? Like, is it the posting? Is it the coming to will I call it video rehearsals? Will I say gathering the team? What has been your biggest challenge with unusual media?
Okay, with unusual media, first of all, the biggest challenge at first was myself having to decide that I really want to do it. You know, sometimes we want to do something, but the fear. I think I want to thank God for the fact that I was able to embrace my fear. I didn't run from it. I didn't win it. I was able to embrace it. I think that was when I learned from somebody, embrace your fear. And also, okay, I would say the biggest challenge is to be very honest. We can't do things on our own. When you go alone, you go fast. And when you go with people, you go far. It's learning to manage people. I've always been this kind of person of doing things myself. But then having to now want to work with people, I'm learning a lot. I've not been able to conquer it. I'm still learning to manage people. I'm learning a lot how to handle people on the rest. And it's a media stuff. I can't be in front of the camera and still be behind the camera. I have to work with people. So I think having to manage people is like, I won't say my biggest obstacle. It's a growth process that I love and I'm enjoying it. And little by little, we keep growing.
Wow. Wow. I wanted to say that we should go on a break and come back to the segment where we learn by asking others.
Yes.
But I think I've learned too much already to go into that segment right now. Like, okay, we learned mediapreneur.
Yeah.
And we learned that you have the 80-20 rule, or the
Yeah.
20-80 rule. Like,
Yeah.
okay, that's a lot. Wow. So, there you have it. Wisdom unusual, the whole process of unusual media, and wow, has it been an exciting episode. When we come back, we'll still ask our mediapreneur the things that he has for us to learn, because we learn by asking others. Stay tuned, don't touch that screen. Welcome back to Live with Unusual, and with me we have Wisdom Gabriel,
Unusual.
the creative head. I didn't ask you. The creative head of Unusual TV, and we're entering into the game section just about now.
Yeah.
So we have 5 numbers.
God.
I'm so happy that I'm the one giving you these questions right now, because when it was my turn,
Yeah.
it wasn't easy.
And it's just so weird because having to see the game first
Yeah.
and then talking to your guest, you already know that your guest is in trouble. And right now,
Now you're in the hot
I'm
seat.
seeing myself in trouble already.
So we have 5 questions for you to pick out of today, and
Okay.
I'm loving this question. So you have to pick 2 questions from number 1 to 5.
Okay, let's go with 3 and 1 because I'm ahead.
All right. So we're starting with number 3,
Yeah.
which is general knowledge.
Okay. Okay.
So the first question is, who is the first president of Nigeria, or who was the first president of Nigeria after independence?
Is Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe. Isn't Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe?
Is that your final answer?
He was the first president of Nigeria now.
Is that your final answer?
Is it democratically?
But anyhow you want to take the question, but is that your final answer?
Yeah. We learn every day.
Well, I'm sorry to tell you, but that was the wrong answer. The answer is Alhaji Abubakar Tafawa Balewa. Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe was the first Prime Minister of Nigeria.
Prime Minister and President.
We're not English. We're not from England. We're not from London.
The Shah was the one who he was
the Prime Minister, not the President.
Okay, fine, no problem.
Yeah, so Unusual failed the first question. So let's get into the next one.
Okay, so number one.
When you did fail.
Yeah, number one. Let's go number one. I agree.
All right. So the next question is math.
No, please, no, please.
Oh
I'm
my
not.
God.
No, please. No, please. Can we have one? Can I re-choose?
No, you can't.
Please, can I re-choose?
No, you can't.
Okay.
So they say, please listen properly because this is where some students fail. This is how we know who went to school.
I'm really failing.
It's quite simple actually.
All right.
It says 5 times 5 plus 5 divided by 5.
5 times 5 should be 25.
Plus 5
Plus 5
divided by 5.
30 divided by 5. Oh no, can I choose another question?
Should we go on a break so you have some time to think?
I'm not good if you give me from now to tomorrow. I'm not going to think anything. I'm not good. Except you're going to. Can I use calculator?
Oh no, you can't use a calculator.
No.
This is basically primary school
5
math.
times 5.
Yes.
Should be.
I'm sure this is quantitative reasoning primary 1. Like, I'm sure everybody should agree with that.
Can you give me an English question?
Unfortunately, you've already chosen, and
At least.
according to the standard of Unusual TV, you can't back out of a question.
Alright, so let's go. 5 times 5. 5. 5. 25. 25 5 times 5 is 25 plus 5. 30
Divided by 5.
divided by 5. 30 divided by 30 divided by
Please, we don't have time. We need to hurry this up.
Oh,
this is our
please,
final
I
segment.
pass. I pass. 30 divided by 5. It should be 6.
Well, the time already elapsed.
No,
before you
it
got
should be
the
6.
answer,
It should be 6.
because nobody
yes.
takes this much time to answer that kind of question. I literally answered this in less than a minute.
It's
Even without
you
seeing
because
the
you're
answer.
having the question.
No,
in your hand and
it's not the question.
it's 6. I got it. It's
Should we
6.
give it to him? Because I wouldn't.
Yeah, you should because I got it at the end of the day.
If you say so, we'll just give that little victory for you because, well, I might not have my job tomorrow if I don't give it to you.
Oh yeah, so you should know, please.
Anyway, so that's a roundup on the gaming section. Before we leave, we learn by asking others. So, wisdom, or rather, unusual. Since I know you prefer that name, unusual.
Yeah, unusual.
What new thing are you giving to us today? What are we learning from you today? And you have like 30 seconds to finish that.
Something you don't know. Something you don't know.
Producer, we're rounding up, right?
Yeah, something you don't know. Something you don't know.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
The same
4.
way a guy is scared of a lady, the lady is also scared of that same guy.
I am not scared of any man.
You
This is
should.
Live
Please,
with Unusual, and join us next week for another exciting episode. Do stay with us and follow us on all our social media handles. I'm sure you had fun because I did.
Yeah.
Stay tuned and see you next week.
Peace out.
Call him my way. Make you say name. We like to the party, we like to the faji, and now watch us now. Oh, you got every day.
Who be the man for the year? Socially for the day. Social transformation, almost celebrities, now you go bring every day. Who be the man of the year? We go give us the vibe. We go party all night, we go get everything, no more now you go day. My guy, what's up?